Welcome to MindSIght. Now I'm getting over a little cold, so I don't sound the best, but the show must go on. So in this episode, we're going to go over the artistic system. What is it, why it's important, and how you can implement this into your creative journey. The artistic system is the overarching framework for all of your artistic endeavors. Everything that you do, from finding the right gear, to finding the right model, to learning how to edit, to working with people, every question you have, anything that you need to do in order to create a piece of art is all embodied within the artistic system. And so as valuable it is to understand those small pieces of the system, it's also important to understand the system as a whole. It's comprised by three main pillars: pre-production, production, and post-production. The reason I found about the artistic system, and the reason I started thinking about life in a more system-oriented approach, was a couple weeks ago when I was in Austin, and I'm scouting for a location for a photo shoot that I'm doing the next day. And I found the trail in the national park, and this trail was very well thought out. Had a paved path, had signs, it had a map, it had the whole shebang. And as I'm walking down this trail, I really liked it, but I wanted to find something new. I wanted to find something different. So I thought the only way I could do this was to get away from the trail and find a place higher up, find a place that people haven't gone to yet, find a place of my own where I can go and create and make something different. So I got off of the path. I went to the top of a hill, and it was so beautiful. I could even see the sunset from there. And I took some time there just to enjoy the beauty of the place. But very quickly, the sun started to go down. And when darkness comes in an area that you're not familiar with, it can start to get very scary. Adding to that, sounds you've never heard before, maybe coyotes and deers and just animals lurking in the distance. I felt my heart started to beat faster, my palms started to get very sweaty, and it was just the idea of not knowing where I was or even how to get back on that path, because that path was the one that could get me back to my car, and I knew my car was safety, but I couldn't get to that path. I couldn't get to that comfort and that security. And so what happened is that I started to get very anxious. I started to get very frustrated because I was running, and I just couldn't find the safe path. I would find other paths, but I would come to realize those paths would lead me further and further away from where I needed to be. I started to get lost, and not in a good way. And so finally, after time, I'd break through some bushes and I'd get on the path, and my shoulders would come down, and I'd feel a sense of safety knowing that I was back into a place that I was familiar with. And how this relates to the artistic side of things, it's that there's many times where we can go out and do photo shoots and create ideas and do all these things, but we're executing, and there can be times of rejection and frustration and just not knowing what direction we need to be moving in to make our times our most valuable asset as productive and innovative as possible. And so what I'm offering today is a system-oriented mindset for creatives, where you can go and break down your creative process in a way where it's not, I can show you mine, but it's not necessarily about mine. It's about how you can implement this into your artwork and how you can create a system for yourself and kind of give yourself a roadmap into what are the things that you should be doing, what direction you should be moving in, and then from there optimize things that perhaps we can work on. Then we can figure out whether you should be editing this way or that way, or you should be contacting people, or if you should get an agent, or if you should, if there are things that you can do to automate your workflow, or there's so many. Once you figure out the overarching principle to the things that you do, then creativity starts to come out. Then things start to flow. Things start to work once you have a better grasp of the terrain ahead of you. So in this video, the goal of this video is just to help you fully and deeply understand what is the artistic system. It's very, very simple to understand. It's just three things: pre-production, production, and post-production. This is your artistic system. The goal of this video is for you to understand this, nothing more. In the next videos, we're going to dive deeper into pre-production, we're going to dive deeper into production, we're going to dive deeper into post-production, and we're going to dive deeper into other topics such as distribution of the artistic system, things like how to master Instagram, maybe how to build a business, how to build a portfolio, the things that you can do with the artistic system. This video was sponsored by Project Callus, a photography fine art gallery curated by Brian's Dimension. Links in the bio, go check it out.